Hello there, welcome to NTV English News Bulletin. I am Bhavana Casey. In the beginning, we have the headlines. Nepali Congress's Badri Pandey elected from Bazura, UML Sirakoti, leading vote count in Dolakha. US intelligence says fighting in Ukraine has slowed down and set to continue throughout the winter. Zelensky calls price cap on Russian wealth weak. Israel strikes several military sites in the Gaza Strip. Air raids come after Palestinian militants fire missile in a move linked to rising tensions. And Argentina beats Australia 2-1 in round of 16 as Messi appears in 1,000th game of his career. Welcome back. You are with NTV English News Bulletin. Now we have the news in details. In the remaining elections, Pandey has been elected from Bazura. Pandey received 31,786 votes, while his nearest contender, CPN-UML's Karna Bahadur Thapa, received 26,349 votes. In Sangza constituency number 2, Nepali Congress's Dhanraj Gurung has won the House of Representatives election. Gurung clinched his win, garnering 31,466 votes, while his closest contender, Padma Aryal of CPN-UML, obtained 25,839 votes. Aryal was elected from the same constituency in the House of Representatives elections held in 2017. Vote counting of the last remaining constituency, Dolakha, is underway, where repolling was held. CPN-UML's Balkrishna Shivakoti has now taken a lead, garnering 16,695 votes of the 164 out of 165 constituencies announced so far under the first-past-the-post system for House of Representatives. Nepali Congress has owned 56 seats, CPN-UML has secured 44 seats, CPN Mao Center has owned 17 seats, while the CPN Unified Socialist has secured 10 seats. Rashtriya Swatantra Party, Rashtriya Prajatantra Party and Janata Samajwadi Party have owned 7 seats each, whereas independent candidates have claimed 5 seats. 165 of the total 275 members are elected through the first-past-the-post system, while remaining 110 of the House members will be elected from the proportional representation system. Counting of votes cast under the proportional representation of the House of Representatives and Provincial Assembly is also underway, as per the Election Commission's latest votes so far, whereas Nepali Congress has obtained 2.66 million votes, followed by CPN Mao Center with 1.16 million votes. Likewise, the Rashtriya Swatantra Party has garnered 1.12 million votes, Rashtriya Prajatantra Party 586,638, Janata Samajwadi Party 420,924, Janamat Party 420,986 and CPN Unified Socialist 294,523 votes as of now. Results of the 329 out of 330 seats of the Provincial Assembly elections that was held together with the House of Representatives have been declared as of now. Nepali Congress is at the top with win in 109 places, while CPN-UML has claimed 92 seats and Mao Center has owned 53 seats. Similarly, with this update, time to go for a short break, but still to come we have. Welcome back. You are with NTV English News Bulletin. Now we have the updates from the international front. The fighting in Ukraine has been slowing down, and this will likely continue in the coming winter months, U.S. intelligence agencies believe. However, there has been no evidence of the facing resistance on the part of the Ukrainian forces, U.S. Director of Intelligence Avril Haines said. She said both sides will try to refeed, resupply and reconstitute for a counter-offensive in the spring. Structure. Earlier, Ukrainian President Zelensky criticized a price cap set by his Western allies on Russian oil exports, calling it weak. Israeli aircraft struck several military sites in the Gaza Strip early on Sunday, hours after Palestinian militants fired a missile into southern Israel in a move apparently linked to a rising tension in the occupied West Bank. Aerial footage released by the IDF showed various targets being struck. The Israeli military said the airstrikes targeted a weapons manufacturing facility and an underground tunnel belonging to Hamas, the militant group that has controlled Gaza since 2007. The Mauna Loa volcano could be seen spewing ash and lava on Hawaii's the Big Island of Hawaii. A series of earthquakes in November signaled that it was becoming active again, and on Sunday, November the 27th, it belched ash and debris into the sky. More updates line up on the other side, but before that, time to go for a short break. Welcome back. You are with NTV English News Bulletin. Now more updates from the International Space Station, and it is headed back to the Earth, the China Manned Space Agency says. The undocking took place on Sunday, December the 4th at 11:01 Beijing time. On Friday evening, the crews of the Shenzhou 14 and Shenzhou 15 spacecraft completed a successful in-orbit rotation for the first time in China's history. The Shenzhou 14 crew successfully completed all the tasks during their 6-month mission, according to CMSA. A family-run zoo near Caracas dedicated to Venezuelan flora and fauna is celebrating the recent birth of a female spider monkey that brings hope for preserving a critically endangered species. The lazily panting zoo, which specializes in Venezuelan fauna, conserves for consumption and trafficking for personal pets or tourist sites. Its gradual disappearance has led to only a few specimens left in the country. At the zoo, they will see this new breeding and others to come as the beginning of a possible reinsertion into the wild. For updates, line up on the other side, but before that, let's have the highlights first. Now to sports. The sports we have latest from the ongoing FIFA quarter-final showdown against the Netherlands on Friday. 35-year-old Lionel Messi produced a moment of magic on his 1,000th career appearance as he was winning his 169th cap for his country. It was his 789th career goal, 94 of those coming for Argentina, and Messi is now the joint top scorer in Qatar. In the other match, the Netherlands scored 3-1 against the U.S. to book a place in the quarterfinals. Although the U.S. enjoyed long periods of possession in bright first-half display, all too often lack a composure in the final third let them down. Meanwhile, in the round of 16 matches slated for today, defending champions France will face Poland at the match to kick off at 8:45 p.m. at Altumana Stadium. The French side was beaten 1-0 by Tunisia in their final group game. Mbappe, Antoine Griezmann and Olivier Giroud to come back into the team. Whereas with 136 matches and 77 goals on the international stage under his belt, Poland's Robert Lewandowski is not only his country's most capped player, but he is also its all-time leading goal scorer by some distance. In the other match to kick off at 12:45 a.m. in Al Bayt Stadium, England will lock horns with Senegal. England finished top of group with the best goal record, 9 in 3 games. But captain Harry Kane is 8th to score in Qatar, but has 3 assists to his name. Brazilian football legend Pelé says he's strong with a lot of hope as he undergoes treatment in hospital in Sao Paulo. In a statement released on Saturday, he said messages of support as well as watching Brazil at the World Cup had given him energy. Earlier, the hospital had beginning end of life care after not responding to chemotherapy. With this update, we come to the end of this English News Bulletin. But before we say goodbye, let's have a quick reminder of the major stories. Nepali Congress's Badri Pandey elected from Bajura, UML's Siwakoti leading vote count in Dolakha. U.S. intelligence says fighting in Ukraine has slowed down and said to continue throughout the winter. Zelensky calls price cap on Russian well weak. Israel strikes several military sites in the Gaza Strip. Air raids come after Palestinian militants